I just want to ask you, first of all, what has preparation been like this week ahead of United? Has it been any different to your normal type of week?
No, no. Hopefully we can keep that the same. And although that at the end of the week you've got a brilliant game to look forward to at Wembley Stadium, that's something that's certainly different. But the preparations will be the same.
On a personal level, I know we spoke about this after the Wolves game, but leading Coventry to their first semi-final since 1987 against Manchester United, how do you feel on a personal level ahead of the tie?
Excited. I think it's a brilliant opportunity for everybody. There's a lot of excitement around the city. It's like you say, it's the first time we've been since '87. So it's not a normal occasion for us. For Manchester United, it's a normal occasion for them. They play at Wembley a lot of times. There's some England internationals there. There are other internationals that have played at Wembley on numerous occasions, and it's an expectation for them and their supporters. So for us, it's slightly different than that. Although we've been 4 times in 7 years, so we've had an experience of Wembley, varying sort of levels of success. Last season, case in point, lost on penalty shootout, but other than that, it's been very positive. So we look forward to it. We know the challenge. There's no doubt the challenge is huge, majorly significant, but we're looking forward to it.
Just wanted to start off by asking, when the draw was first made, what was your reaction when you saw you were going to play Manchester United in the semi-final?
Yeah, when I first seen it, I was excited. We knew whichever team we got, we knew it was obviously a Premier League opposition. We knew it would be a good test because there was 3 quality teams still left in the pot. So we just knew whoever we got, it would be a tough game. But yeah, I was excited. I just wanted to kind of test myself against these Premier League players.
And United haven't won since their last FA Cup tie against Liverpool, and the manager was really complimentary. I played in that game, but I wonder if you, as a forward and striker, do you look at especially the defence and how many shots they're conceding game by game and think, could I have a good day potentially, a real chance there?
Yeah, I think I'm going into the game. I'm in decent form, so I'm just gonna go into the game confident, try and express myself because it's a big game. It's at Wembley, lots of fans there. So yeah, I'm not looking at the opposition too much. Obviously, we know they've still got quality in that department. So whoever's injured or coming in, they've got a good squad depth. So we know it's going to be a challenge. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to it, and hopefully I can just focus on myself and try and implement what I'm good at in the game.
And you mentioned looking forward to it. You're a boyhood Man City fan, so I just wonder, what was I growing up in terms of growing up as a City fan, seeing United be really successful? And if you were to score against them at Wembley, how do you think that would feel?
Yeah, I think any goal, to be honest, scoring at Wembley would be a great feeling. Obviously, it's an iconic stadium, the home of the national team, so yeah, I'm sure if a goal went in for us, it's just a great feeling for the fans, for everyone really. And yeah, growing up as a City fan, obviously, as a kid, you go to the games and stuff like that. But as you get older and you're in the game as well, you just kind of focus on the club you're at really and just support them. So yeah, I'll just say that really.
You mentioned that last visit to Wembley. Of course, it's a different circumstance, different competition. But do you think when you all visit back to Wembley and go back there, can it act as a bit of a motivation? Not that I'm sure you need it, but do you think they'll stir up some memories of that playoff final?
Well, a lot of the players have left, the ones that were involved last season, so there's a change in dynamic. There's a couple of lads who played in the League One final last year and came up short a little bit against Sheffield Wednesday, who scored in the last minute of extra time. So, there are varying sort of memories there, but you can't go there and win every time. It's a difficult place to go. You've got to. Generally, it's a cup final and there's a lot at stake. This one's not. It's not cup final. It's a cup semi-final. So it's different. So there's a whole lot of different feelings going into it, I'm sure, for the players. But it's about them. It's about how they are and how they can settle and and what we can do, and really want to take part in the game when we can do. We know it's a really difficult challenge. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I hear people talking about Manchester United or this or that, and the truth of it is they've got top players. We've got top players. So we've got to be able to deal with the situation, but also deal with Manchester United and the threat that they pose, which is a significant one.
Yeah, I just wonder, the Wembley experience, you kind of mentioned it there, they're having the national side, so many iconic games there. What do you think will be the most important thing in terms of managing, for you, the players, that experience of arriving at Wembley, going on the pitch, the noise, just the occasion?
Yeah, I think, like you said, it's a big occasion, so just got to stay calm, really, not overthink anything too much. I know a lot of the players played at Wembley in the playoffs last year, so they'll have that little taste for it. They'll kind of know what to expect in a way. So yeah, I'd just say just be calm, kind of don't overthink anything, and just do what you normally do on a normal match-to-match basis, really.
It's obviously a big occasion. You've had a few of those. This is perhaps a step above some of them. But your team this season in particular seems to be quite inspired by the big games, notably at Molineux and against Leicester and Leeds. Are you hoping that sort of energy will be there again for this one?
Well, if it's not, we're in trouble. So, there's no choice. You've got to go into this game understanding what the threats are, and there are various ones, significant threats. They've got top players. So you've got to understand that. And for people that are talking about, Manchester United are this or that, or they concede lots of shots, and they don't. You're talking about a team that is full of talented top players, top international players that are playing at that level and higher every week. Most of them are international players, if not all of them, with a lot of attributes, a lot of really positive attributes. But for us, we know that they are clearly favourites to win this game, by a million miles. But they are expected to win. It's as simple as that. So we know that. We know what we've got to do. We know what we are likely to encounter. But also, we've got to play a part in the game in as a positive way as we possibly can do. So that's what we've got to do. We've got to try and do that and understand what this game is going to be, and also what the occasion is, and the fact that there shouldn't be any fear. I think it's a big occasion. It's one of the biggest games that most of our players will have played in. That includes the playoff final, I think. I think the playoff final has, for us, more significance to it, because it means you're going to compete with the likes of Manchester United every week. And that's where everybody wants to be. So, that still remains our main goal. But being in the position that we're in a semi-final of an FA Cup doesn't come around that often. Everybody knows that. It's only the second time in our history. So can we go and take that on another level? But you're playing against a side that are a few notches up from where we've played in the past, against teams that we've played in the past. So it'll be a interesting game, but also one we've got to go and enjoy and give everything we possibly can.
So I know nothing seems to faze you too much, at least on the surface, Ellis. So playing at Wembley in front of 36,000 Coventry City fans, you think you could take that in your stride?
Yeah, I think when the fans are there, you just embrace it. It's nice, kind of hearing the fans, the noise. It's like an extra man, really, when they're cheering and chanting. They just get right behind you, and they give you that extra bit of energy as well. So, yeah, I think with players, they just thrive off the fans, and the more that there is, sometimes the better it is as well.